Who's actually unfit to own a pet? Let me give you the answer straight up. It's the people who just want a battery pack for their own emotions, rather than a living, breathing family member. I know what you're thinking. You probably think it's about being broke, being busy, or living in a tiny apartment. But honestly, if you think that, you're missing the point. Money, space, and time are just logistics. You can figure those out. But the right to own a pet? That's decided by what's inside you. Owning a pet isn't a one-time purchase. It's a lifelong commitment. It's not some plug-and-play gadget. Think of it as a high-maintenance app that you can't uninstall. It costs you money every single day, and it's full of bugs. But it's also the sweetest debt you'll ever owe. So, who are the 4 types of people who should definitely stay away? First, the 3-minute hype players. These people get the urge because they saw a cute TikTok or played with a friend's dog for 5 minutes. Their dopamine spikes and they think, oh man, I need one of these. They treat pet ownership like unboxing a blind box, hoping for a prize. But they forget that inside that box, there's chaos. Kittens will zoom across your face at 3 a.m. Puppies will turn your living room into an excavation site. There's shedding, there's smell, and there's a mess. Once the new toy smell fades and the reality hits, they want a refund. But listen, when it comes to a life, there is no return to sender. Second, the perfectionist control freaks. These people want a living, breathing plushie. They can't stand a single paw print on the floor, hair on the sofa, or an accidental mess. They expect a puppy to be born potty trained and a cat to inherently respect expensive furniture. If the pet doesn't act like it's pre-programmed, they lose their cool. Look, you're raising an animal, not a high-end action figure. It has instincts, it gets sick, it makes mistakes, and eventually, it gets old and gray. If you only want the cute parts without the messy parts, you don't want a pet. You want a toy with a heartbeat. Third, the hands-off investors. I'm buying a dog for the kids, or my partner loves cats, so I'll get them one. But then the kids lose interest, the partner gets busy with work, and suddenly, the person who didn't want the pet is stuck with the poop scooping and the vet visits. The pet goes from being a family bond to a family fight. If every adult in the house isn't ready to pull their weight, don't do it. Fourth, the unstable drifters. I'm not talking about your bank account. I'm talking about your life. If you're changing cities every 6 months, your relationships are a mess, and your own emotions are a roller coaster. Don't drag a passenger who can't swim onto your sinking ship. That's not love, that's irresponsibility. A pet needs stability. If you can't predict your own next meal or your next move, forcing a pet into that chaos isn't giving them a home, it's giving them a mobile cage. At the end of the day, pet ownership isn't about your wallet or your square footage. It's a test of your character. It's asking, are you capable of loving something that is imperfect and completely dependent on you? A pet isn't a cure for your boredom or a prop for your Instagram. It's a family member. It's your most loyal, silent companion through the years. If you can't wrap your head around that, then your love is just the beginning of their disaster.